namaskar. This is CVR English and you're watching Prime Time with me, Anukriti Sharma. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we dive into a controversy which is shaking the foundations, the very foundations of politics, business and overall governance in our country. At the center of this storm stands Gautam Adani. I'm sure this name rings a bell. He is one of Asia's richest men after all, and a man who is now facing some serious allegations of bribery, fraud and corruption at a global level. With the United States also unveiling damning criminal charges and opposition leaders demanding for his accountability, the spotlight is firmly on Adani and the government has been said to be shielding him. So where does the truth lie in this entire maze of power, influence and money? Not to forget politics. Who will take accountability and what does this mean for India's financial and political integrity? So stay packed with us as today we unravel every angle of this story, question those who are in power and bring you insights from both the sides of this unfolding, unraveling drama. Ladies and gentlemen, the Adani Group has yet to respond to the charges leveled against it by the US prosecutors, and in a sharp remark, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has criticized Prime Minister Narendra Modi's "Ek hai to safe hai" slogan, suggesting that the partnership between Modi and Adani ensures mutual protection. Gandhi has now demanded for immediate action, calling for the arrest of Adani and the removal of the Madhavi Puri Butch, the chairperson of the Securities and Exchange Board of India, also popularly known as SEBI, accusing her of shielding this industrialist, this world-famous billionaire industrialist. He has further emphasized that the opposition would push now for what is known as the JPC or the Joint Parliamentary Committee investigation into this matter during the upcoming winter session of the Parliament. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I mince no words here. Rahul Gandhi has confirmed that the issue of the US prosecutors charging Gautam Adani along with 5 others in an alleged solar energy contract bribery case would be raised in the Parliament. A whopping amount of money has been claimed to be sent to the Indian politicians, the Indian bigwigs, as bribes to contract to secure some lucrative solar energy contracts in Adani's name. The allegations are big and the allegations are extremely grave. People are now alleging that the Adani Group has sent out whopping amounts of money in the name of bribe to some of the biggest Indian political names to secure these highly lucrative solar energy contracts. Gandhi has further emphasized that it would be now his responsibility to bring up this matter, accusing Narendra Modi at the same time of fully covering Adani, whom he claimed had acquired India's assets through corruption. He reiterated the demand for a joint parliamentary committee inquiry and has called for Adani's immediate arrest, though he expressed his doubt at the same time that this would barely happen due to the Prime Minister's backing of Adani. Watch this report.
बाकी स्टेट्स की इशू है और मैं पूछ रहा हूं आई नो बट आई एम जस्ट स्टेटिंग अ फैक्ट ही सेड दैट दे आर बीजेपी's क्वेश्चंस इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग टू मी दैट द मीडिया इज आस्किंग बीजेपी's क्वेश्चंस टू द ऑपोजिशन इट्स इंटरेस्टिंग बट एनीवे आई विल लीव दैट जहां तक बाकी स्टेट्स की इशू है मैंने कह दिया है कि जहां भी करप्शन हुआ है वहां लोगों को पकड़िए अंदर कीजिए इन्वेस्टिगेशन कीजिए ट्रंप का आना जाना वो अलग बात है देखिए ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन पुरानी इन्वेस्टिगेशन है और ये सिर्फ एक एस्पेक्ट है अदानी जी का। अदानी जी सिर्फ पावर प्रोजेक्ट्स में नहीं है, अदानी जी ने मोदी जी की मदद से बांग्लादेश में काम किया है, वहां इन्वेस्टिगेशन शुरू हुआ है, श्रीलंका में वहां पे इन्वेस्टिगेशन की बात हो रही है, डिफेंस केन्या में। तो ये पैटर्न है जहां प्रधानमंत्री कहीं जाते हैं, हिंदुस्तान की सरकार की क्रेडिबिलिटी को लाइन पे डालते हैं एंड देन अदानी जी को बिजनेस to me that the media is asking BJP.
Like I told you, Adani right now is being targeted by the US prosecutors for allegedly bribing the Indian politicians. And ladies and gentlemen, here's what we know as of now. US prosecutors have indicated Gautam Adani along with Sagar Adani, along with his cousin and 6 others, and the district court for the Eastern District of New York has filed charges now of paying a whopping amount of 2,029 crore rupees in bribes to these Indian officials. So let's wait and watch for this explosive, sensational story to unfold. In the meantime, let's come back to India. Chief Electoral Officer K. Ravi Kumar has stated that the voter turnout in the second phase of the state elections was approximately 68.95%. And he has further mentioned that the strong rooms of all the assembly constituencies had been properly sealed and that the scrutiny process had been duly completed. He has further clarified that there had been no recommendation for a repoll in any of the constituencies, and the combined voter turnout for both the phases of the elections stood at approximately 67.74%. The final voting percentage would be declared on the counting day, which would also include the votes from the postal ballots. Take a look.
95 सभी असेंबली कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी का स्ट्रांग रूम सील हो गया, स्क्रूटनी कंप्लीट हो गया। किसी भी जहां पर वो स्क्रूटनी के बाद रीपोल के लिए रिकमेंडेशन नहीं है। फाइनल है 68.95 फेज चुका है। अभी दोनों फेज मिलाकर अभी एंड ऑफ पोल का हम लोग का वोटिंग परसेंटेज है 67.74। इसके साथ में पोस्टल बैलेट का वोटिंग है, वो काउंटिंग भी ऐड कर फाइनल वोटिंग परसेंटेज आपका काउंटिंग दिन में फाइनल होगा। अभी वो कितना पोस्टल बैलेट का संख्या है वो अभी आपका पोस्ट में आ रही है, कल आपका फाइनल आएगी। मतलब काउंटिंग का दिन में सुबह 8 बजे तक कितना रिसीविंग हो जाती है उसका काउंटिंग की जाती है। उसका सभी कंसर्न पोस्ट ऑफिस के साथ में उसका कोऑर्डिनेशन किया जा रहा है। स्पेशल मैसेंजर से कंसर्न जिला में उसका पहुंचने के लिए व्यवस्था की जा रही है। उसका झारखंड में 3 रिसीविंग सेंटर है बाहर से आने के लिए, एक रांची, जमशेदपुर, धनबाद। वो कंसर्न जिला का वहां से कोऑर्डिनेट किया जा रहा है, उसके साथ वो फिगर फाइनल होगी। ये दोनों डेटा में आपका पास शेयर कर दे रहा है आपका इसमें आपका वो मेल फीमेल दोनों को डेटा वोटर का अवेलेबल है उसमें। अभी सेकंड फेज में भी लगभग आपका 2.5 लाख का वो फीमेल वोटर है, वो ज्यादा है। हम लोग दोनों फेज में देखा जा रहा है झारखंड में फीमेल वोटर का पार्टिसिपेशन ज्यादा है, तो पहले भी ज्यादा इसमें भी ज्यादा है, इसलिए ओवरऑल भी उसका ज्यादा है।
2019 के मुकाबले 24 में ज्यादा मतदान हुआ है,
देखिए 2014 का 19 का देखेंगे, मतलब इसी बार आपका वोटिंग परसेंटेज ज्यादा ही हुई। हम लोग को जो 2019 का देखेंगे वहां पर ईवीएम वोट पोस्टल बैलेट दोनों का मिला के आपका पास है। अभी इसमें ईवीएम का वोट का अलावा देखेंगे, मतलब वो पहले से वोटिंग परसेंटेज थोड़ा सा बढ़ा हुआ उसका, वो भी फाइनल होने के बाद लगभग माना सकते हैं 2% का आसपास है वोटिंग परसेंटेज वहां से इंक्रीज हुआ। एक अच्छा विषय है हम लोग का। खास तरफ से एक ही वोरी का बात है, वो अर्बन एरिया अभी भी हम पीछे है, उसका इम्प्रूव करने की आवश्यकता है। वो नक्सल एरिया 0.9।
Shifting focus now to Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has praised the film by the name of The Sabarmati Report, which addresses the Godhra incident and its aftermath for bringing the truth to light. He has congratulated Vikram Messi and his entire team for their commendable effort in highlighting the events surrounding the Sabarmati Express and the tragedy which occurred near Godhra. Adityanath has emphasized the importance of exposing those who attempted to conceal the truth and create political instability, urging people to go ahead and watch this film to understand the real story. He also announced that the state government would make this film absolutely tax-free to ensure wider public access. He wants the truth to reach out. Adityanath has highlighted the connection to Ayodhya, the construction of Ram Janmabhoomi temple and the significance of this film in revealing the truth of the nation.
करते हुए मित्रों, द साबरमती रिपोर्ट एक सत्य को देशवासियों के सामने लाने का एक प्रयास है। अपनी कला के माध्यम से अपने राष्ट्रीय कर्तव्यों का निर्वहन करते हुए श्री विक्रम मेसी और उनकी पूरी टीम ने जो ये सराहनीय प्रयास किया है, मैं इसके लिए उत्तर प्रदेश वासियों की ओर से उनका हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं। और उन सभी लोगों को जो अक्सर सत्य पर पर्दा डालने का कार्य करते हैं, देश के खिलाफ और समाज के खिलाफ षड्यंत्र करते हैं, वे विभिन्न स्तरों पर हो सकते हैं, लेकिन फिल्म के माध्यम से द साबरमती रिपोर्ट ने उस सच्चाई को सामने लाने का एक सार्थक प्रयास किया है। हर व्यक्ति जानता है साबरमती एक्सप्रेस के साथ अयोध्या से वापस जा रहे कार सेवकों जो अयोध्या में एक धार्मिक अनुष्ठान की पूर्णाहुति के बाद वापस गुजरात जा रहे थे,
Shifting the lens to Bharatiya Janata Party, one of its key leaders, Bharat Bommai, has recently criticized the Congress-led state government over the issue of land seizures by the Waqf board. He alleged that the government was sending notices to farmers and the temples and the poor landowners, leading to a situation where their land was being taken away from them. And Bommai has emphasized that the Bharatiya Janata Party was united in its opposition to this and vowed to ensure that no land, including that of the farmers and the temples, would be seized by the Congress government. He has stated that this protest was just the beginning, viewers, and that the BJP would continue to fight against such actions being taken.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತರು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಭಾರತ್ ಮಾತಾ ಕಿ ತಡೆಯಪ್ಪ ಹಿರಿಯರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಮಾಜಿ ಸಚಿವರು ಆನಗಲ್ ವಿಧಾನಸಭಾ 4 ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has addressed a special session of the Guyanese Parliament, where he stated that in the last 200 to 250 years, both India and Guyana had witnessed similar forms of slavery and struggle. And he recalled how many people had sacrificed their lives during the freedom fight in both the countries. He emphasized that today, both the nations are strengthening democracy globally. And he concluded by extending warm greetings to the Guyanese Parliament on behalf of the 1.4 billion people of the country. Watch this.
हमें सिखाती है कि हर देश के नागरिक उतने ही अहम है। इसलिए जब विश्व को एकजुट करने की बात आई, तब भारत ने अपने G20 प्रेसिडेंसी के दौरान वन अर्थ, वन फैमिली, वन फ्यूचर का मंत्र दिया। जब कोरोना का संकट आया, पूरी मानवता के सामने चुनौती आई, तब भारत ने वन अर्थ, वन हेल्थ का संदेश दिया। जब क्लाइमेट से जुड़े चैलेंजेस में हर देश के प्रयासों को जोड़ना था, तब भारत ने वन वर्ल्ड, वन सन, वन ग्रिड का विजन रखा। जब दुनिया को प्राकृतिक आपदाओं से बचाने के लिए सामूहिक प्रयास जरूरी हुए, तब भारत ने CDRI यानी कोएलिशन फॉर डिजास्टर रिजिलियंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का इनिशिएटिव लिया। जब दुनिया में प्रो प्लेनेट पीपल का एक बड़ा नेटवर्क तैयार करना था, तब भारत ने मिशन लाइफ जैसा एक
The President of India, Draupadi Murmu, also recently attended the Koti Deepotsavam celebration, a significant grand event where millions of oil lamps or diyas or deepaks are lit to mark a festive occasion. Now, during her participation, President Murmu also praised the cultural and the spiritual importance of this event, highlighting the unity and harmony that it fosters amongst the people. She has also addressed and expressed her appreciation for this tradition that symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness, or metaphorically speaking, good over evil. And her presence at this grand event was seen as a gesture of support for the promotion of Indian values and cultures.
राज्यपाल श्री जिष्णुदेव वर्मा जी, केंद्रीय कोयला एवं खान मंत्री श्री जी किशन रेड्डी जी, तेलंगाना सरकार में मंत्री श्रीमती डी अनुसुया सीतक्का जी, प्रमुख आयोजक श्री नरेंद्र चौधरी जी, श्रीमती रमा देवी जी, श्रीमती रचना चौधरी जी, विशिष्ट अतिथिगण, संत समुदाय, सभी श्रद्धालुगण, देवियों और स्वजनों, आज इस आध्यात्मिक कार्यक्रम में उपस्थित होकर मुझे आनंद का अनुभव हो रहा है। ये प्रसन्नता की बात है कि इतनी बड़ी संख्या में श्रद्धालु इस कोटि दीपोत्सवम में भाग लेने के लिए आए हैं। हमारे देश में किसी बड़े कार्य का शुभारंभ अक्सर दिया जलाकर किया जाता है। दीप
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with the leaders of the Caribbean community known as the CARICOM, the Caribbean community, observed a spectacular flypast during his visit, symbolizing the strengthening of India's ties with that region. This event, viewers, part of a broader series of engagements with our Prime Minister, highlighted the growing diplomatic and the economic cooperation between India and CARICOM, that is the Caribbean community overall, the member states of CARICOM. Prime Minister Modi's participation in this flypast with the regional leaders underscored his massive commitment to furthering India's relationships in the whole of the Caribbean region, enhancing collaborative efforts on key global issues. The Indian Navy successfully carried out the 4th edition of the Sea Vigil 2024 recently, a coastal defence exercise, so to speak, which is designed to assess and enhance the effectiveness of India's coastal security apparatus. Held mid-sea off Porbandar in Gujarat, quite interesting, this exercise was a significant initiative in strengthening the country's coastal defence capabilities, viewers, involving multiple agencies and security forces of the country. This exercise focuses on evaluating maritime security preparedness, coordination and response strategies to potential threats along India's vast coastline. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh recently participated in a gala dinner hosted by the ASEAN Chair, Lao People's Democratic Republic or the PDR, during the 11th ASEAN Defence Ministers Meeting Plus, known as the ADMM Plus. This event brought together the defence ministers from all the ASEAN and the partner countries to discuss regional security, collaboration and cooperation. Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh N. Chandrababu Naidu has stated that the rivers in the state will now be interlinked. He also assured that the Polavaram project will be completed and the irrigation water will be provided to the farmers of Polavaram. And he reminded that in the past, irrigation water was provided to the drought-prone Rayalaseema region, which was once similar to the stony lands of the whole region of Rayalaseema. He has further assured that a High Court bench will now be established in Kurnool as early as possible. And the Chief Minister reiterated. He reposted in the Assembly that the government is committed to decentralizing this development and promoting comprehensive growth across the entire region. He also mentioned that the Lokayukta and the Human Rights Commission will be now based in Kurnool.
నదుల అనుసంధానం చేసి పోలవరం పూర్తి చేసి గోదావరి అటు వంశధార గోదావరి ఇటు వస్తే పెన్నా బనక చెర్లకు నీళ్లు తీసుకుపోగలిగితే ఒక గేమ్ చేంజర్ అవుతుందని చెప్పాను. ఒక్క విషయం మీరు చూస్తే అధ్యక్ష, ఆ రోజు ఒక్క కియా మోటార్స్ రావాలంటే దానికోసం రిజర్వాయర్ కట్టాలంటే నీళ్లు కావాలంటే ఒక సంవత్సరంలో కట్టి ఈ రోజు ఆ రిజర్వాయర్ ద్వారా నీళ్లు ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత కియా మోటార్ వస్తే అనంతపూర్ జిల్లా ముఖ చిత్రమే మారిపోయిందంటే అది తెలుగుదేశం పార్టీ చూపించిన చొరవ అని చెప్పి కూడా నేను మీకు తెలియజేస్తున్నా. ఈ రోజు రాయలసీమ మొత్తం మనం చూస్తే నీళ్లు ఇవ్వగలిగితే, హార్టికల్చర్ ని మనం అభివృద్ధి చేయగలిగితే ఆ ప్రాంతానికి మహర్దశ వస్తుందని చెప్పి కూడా నేను మీకు తెలియజేస్తున్నా. కొన్ని అడ్వాంటేజెస్ ఉన్నాయి అధ్యక్ష. బెంగళూరు ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ అనంతపూర్కి చాలా దగ్గర, హైదరాబాద్ ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ కర్నూలుకి దగ్గర, ఇటు చెన్నై చిత్తూరుకి దగ్గర. ఈ 3 అవకాశాలు ఉపయోగించుకోగలిగితే ఆ ప్రాంతాన్ని బ్రహ్మాండంగా అభివృద్ధి అయ్యే అవకాశం.
Minister Lokesh has announced plans to create 5 lakh new IT jobs and sought the support of 164 NDA MLAs to achieve this goal. He has revealed that TCS will be launched in Visakhapatnam and 2 major IT companies will also be set up at the data centers at IT Hills within the next 3 months. A large convention center and new hotels will be established in the city, and the Bhogapuram airport development is now being expedited. Lokesh also took personal responsibility for bringing a sea lining cable from Nixi and Singapore to Visakhapatnam. Efforts are underway now, viewers, to attract the top 100 IT companies to this city.
అభివృద్ధి వికేంద్రీకరణ ఈరోజు ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ పాలసీ మరియు డేటా సెంటర్ పాలసీ పైన స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇచ్చినందుకు అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు నా హృదయపూర్వక ధన్యవాదాలు అధ్యక్ష. 2014లో ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర విభజన జరిగింది అధ్యక్ష. ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర విభజన అనేది ఆంధ్రులు కోరుకుంది కాదు. ఆనాడు పెద్ద ఎత్తున ఆందోళన జరిగింది. అందరం కలిసికట్టుగా 62 సంవత్సరాలు హైదరాబాద్ని అభివృద్ధి చేశాం. ఇప్పుడు మన పరిస్థితి ఎలా ఉంటుంది, రాబోయే తరాల పరిస్థితి ఏంటి, పిల్లల ఉద్యోగాలు ఉపాధి పరిస్థితి ఏంటి అని అంటున్నా పెద్ద ఎత్తున ఆందోళన జరిగినాయి అధ్యక్ష. అయినా కూడా ఆనాడు ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర విభజన జరిగింది. విభజన నుంచి మనం కోలుకునే సమయంలో ప్రత్యేకంగా ఒకే రాష్ట్రం ఒకే రాజధాని కానీ అభివృద్ధి వికేంద్రీకరణ జరగాలనేది చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి నాయకత్వంలో ఆనాడు ఒక నిర్ణయం తీసుకుంటాం జరిగింది అధ్యక్ష. మనం ఒక్కసారి చూస్తే మనందరి సభ్యులందరికీ ఒకసారి గుర్తు చేస్తున్నాం. ప్రత్యేకంగా ఉమ్మడి అనంతపూర్ జిల్లా ఆటోమోటివ్ క్యాపిటల్ గా, ఉమ్మడి కర్నూలు జిల్లా రెన్యూబుల్ ఎనర్జీ క్యాపిటల్ గా, చిత్తూరు కడప జిల్లా వచ్చేగల ఎలక్ట్రానిక్స్ క్యాపిటల్ గా, నెల్లూరు జిల్లా డైవర్సిఫైడ్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ క్యాపిటల్ గా, అదేవిధంగా ప్రకాశం వచ్చేసి ఆనాడు పేపర్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్, అదేవిధంగా ఇది బయోఫ్యూల్స్ హబ్ గా, ఇంకా కృష్ణా గుంటూరుకు వచ్చేగల రాజధాని ఎటుగా ఉంది, అదేవిధంగా ఉభయ గోదావరి జిల్లా వచ్చేగల పెట్రోకెమికల్స్, పోర్ట్ లెడ్ ఎకానమీ, ఆక్వా హబ్ గా తీర్చిదిద్దాం.
Well, that brings us to the wrap of this prime time with me, Anukriti Sharma. I shall catch up with all of you tomorrow once again at sharp 9 p.m. Till then time, viewers, keep watching CVR English for more news and updates.
This is Dr. Shantan Palwai, consultant orthopedic surgeon.